Alan, I'm sorry. I hate to interrupt you, and I need to say something that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, but I need you to be able to get right back to your thought. All right? Radio
Okay.
Dan is an asshole. Okay, continue.
Why?
He is right now. He's attempting to sabotage this show. He's saying things and doing things to me. He's torturing me right now, and he's bothering me. And if he doesn't,
And how is it he's possibly torturing you?
Alan, he's saying these ridiculous. He's just typing ridiculous messages. Do you want to call him?
Well, why don't you tell me what he's saying? You're asking me to take your word for something, which almost every week you try to do something to your daughter. You try to have your mom committed. Why should I take your word for it? You need to tell me what it is he's doing.
Well, by the time I tell you, Alan, we're gonna have taken up so much time. Let's just confront him real quick on air and get this over with.
All right, call him.
All right, I'm gonna do it because I'm upset with what he's doing here. I don't think that it's right while I'm in the middle of doing a show to be distracting me this way. You tell him about himself. You call him an asshole too.
I did not.
No, I'm telling you to do it. I'm giving you permission.
Dan Delgado, how can I help you?
You can help me, Radio Dan, by not constantly interrupting my show. I'm sitting here with Alan, the token white guy of the Darryl Radio Experience, and we're having a wonderful show. We're having a wonderful experience, and you, sir, are sending me messages that are beyond distracting. And I would like you to explain yourself to my audience, and then Alan, the token white guy, has words for you.
What do you want me to say? I mean, I'm listening to your show, and you play this clip where you say that you're 38 years old, and I just think, my God, how old must this clip be? Because everyone knows that you're way past 38 at this point in your life. And, when it was over, like, the audio stopped popping, then it was like stereo again. We moved past the mono age. Like, it was like the whole world had changed. How do I not comment on something like that when it's such a dramatic change? I apologize if it threw you off, your game there.
It offended me.
At this point, doing a radio show for, 60, 70 years now, you'd be at the point where you could, kind of shrug off any kind of comments. But really, I was just amazed at the change that had happened. That's all.
It offended me more than anything. Alan, you're not gonna let this stand. Get him.
What's there to say? I mean, you're old, Darryl.
See?
Okay.
Kind of an established thing.
You know what? Screw the two of you. Because this is something.
Facts.
My audience does not like either one of you, first of all. So both of you should be just happy to even be associated with this show. And the way that I'm treated on both sides of this aisle literally disgusts me.
Darryl, have you ever stopped to think that we're just treating you the same way you treat us?
No, I've never stopped to think about that.
Yeah, clearly you haven't, because we're just returning the same thing you dish at us.
Actually, I think I'm treating him better than he usually treats me.
Actually, you're probably right, Radio Dan. You're probably right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Radio Dan, is everything okay now? Do we have your permission to continue? Is the audio quality up to par for you right now?
No, it's fine. You never had to stop. You just keep rolling on. I realize that at this point in life, maybe multitasking is a bit out of the scope of things that you can handle. I'll not send you any distracting messages. I'll not type words that are too big for you or anything like that. I apologize. Please continue with the show. Fascinating about your boogers. Go right ahead.
I'm hanging up on him because that's ridiculous. Alan, and you didn't take up for me one bit during that.
Because he's right.
He's not right. Radio, and anybody who wondered why I despise that dude, there you go. I mean, look at that. He's insulting me. I tried to work things out in a civil manner, but it didn't work out that way.